What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Apologize for the delay. I've been busy lately and I haven't been able to make as many videos. I've been working very hard on the new gigsharks.com website, and I'm going to be excited to get that up shortly, so I'll keep you updated with that. But today we're going to be talking about Amazon Flex and how they have increased their driver pay for Whole Foods delivery blocks. Now, they sent out a recent email to clarify this, and we're going to go into this and why it's important for delivery drivers and why this is really actually pretty big news, why Amazon is kind of setting the bar high here. And let's hope to see others like DoorDash kind of follow in their footsteps, because if you've been watching on the channel lately, you'll know that DoorDash has been talking about changing their pay model. They've sent out some emails and they've actually been bringing drivers into their headquarters to discuss it. So they've done a lot to kind of let us know that changes are coming, but they haven't really told us much about what that's going to be. So let's first take a look at Amazon Flex and exactly what they've changed. So I'll pull up the email here, and as you can see, they are increasing Amazon's actual contributions to earnings at Whole Foods blocks. So they're expecting their personal contributions to be around $15 to $19 per hour. Now, the amount that you expect to earn includes Amazon's contributions, and it also includes customer tips, which you keep 100% of. So Amazon expects that after all of this is factored in, after all this comes into play, you're actually going to be earning closer to $27 an hour, and that's a national average. So on average, that's a really good number. $27 an hour just for delivering groceries is quite some good earnings here. So Amazon Flex is actually increasing their pay and also increasing transparency, and they're doing so by doing a little bit more to display how tips factor into earnings. And they're actually going to break that down for you in your earnings review, which in the past, if you've ever delivered for Amazon Flex, you'll know that that wasn't a thing. You would just receive a number, a block number, and that would be your total pay for whatever block you just picked up, for whatever instant offer you picked up, whatever it was. You'll just see one number, that was your pay. Now it's going to be broken down into Amazon's contribution and also the tip, which is really good because drivers love to see that transparency. We like to know where our tips are at. And during a time when there's so many different tipping scandals out there, when certain companies have been taking tips and not really telling us what they're doing with them, it really helps to see that breakdown. Even if they had been giving us 100% of the tips the whole time, now actually being able to see those tips is really just big for us as drivers, because we like to see exactly where our money is coming from every time we're getting paid. So that's really a huge bonus that everyone's going to like to see. Now, if you've actually done much delivering for Amazon Flex, you'll know that getting these grocery deliveries from Whole Foods isn't exactly easy. I mean, $27 an hour is a big payout. Even with the previous payouts, these blocks used to fly really fast. It was really hard to get a hold of them. And just the whole system for getting blocks in Amazon Flex is kind of difficult. They pop up and you have to be on the page waiting for it and really swipe very quick to get that block, because everybody sees it at the same time, everybody's looking. And a lot of times those blocks just fly by before you get a chance to swipe them. So it makes it hard to get these key blocks like the Whole Food blocks with Amazon Flex. But Amazon's clearly headed in the right direction here. It would be very cool to see them kind of update their system and allow drivers that have been on Amazon Flex for longer, maybe drivers with higher ratings, somehow have more access to blocks like this. That's what I'd like to see in the future. But as for right now, a lot of positive steps. We're definitely headed in the right direction here. Now, I did promise you that we'd do a quick comparison with DoorDash, because as you know, DoorDash has done a lot to promise us that they're going to update their pay model. They had some of the most complaints about tip thievery and lack of transparency in tips. Essentially, DoorDash drivers are pissed about this. And other companies like Instacart made this fix really quick, and it's not hard. You give drivers 100% of their tips and you make that very transparent in the app. That's really all that people are asking for. But for whatever reason, DoorDash seems to take longer here. They're taking their sweet time, and there have been some updates. Actually, DoorDash kind of called in a bunch of different drivers to their headquarters to get their opinions on it, to see if they could try and work something out that's beneficial to drivers and also helps out DoorDash as a company. And essentially what it sounds like they arrived at is they want to keep pay exactly the same and just make tipping more transparent in the app. So they're giving drivers what they asked for. They're not increasing pay, they're not decreasing pay. They're keeping it exactly the same and just changing the way that your earnings are broken down in the app so that there's more transparency. So obviously they're not doing what Amazon Flex is doing, where they're increasing pay. They're keeping it exactly the same. Why would DoorDash want to pay its drivers more when there's really no reason to. They have plenty of drivers. They know they can continue to pick up drivers if they need them. So increasing pay when there's plenty of supply of drivers out there, it doesn't really make sense for corporate. So they want to appease drivers minimally by making these tips more transparent, but they don't really want to increase anything, which you can't knock them for. You can't be mad about this. At least they're responding to requests to make these this whole tipping thing more transparent. But once again, a step in the right direction. Not as big of a step as Amazon Flex, but still a step nonetheless. And that pretty much sums up the video for today. And as I mentioned earlier, I've been working a lot on this new website, and essentially what it's going to be is it's going to allow gig economy workers, people like you and I, to kind of look at different gigs that are available within your city and seeing all the range of gigs. It's easy to hear about the popular ones like DoorDash, Instacart, Lyft, and Uber, but there's a ton of other gigs out there that are on demand, that are app related, that people want access to, they want to experiment with, they want to see if they can get more earnings with. So this is going to just try and create more transparency there, and it's a project that I'm really excited about. So hopefully you'll stick around and check it out once I get it released in the next week or two. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more gig economy news and updates.